Does it feel like the postseason kind of has already begun just because of the situation you guys are in?
Yeah, a little bit, but it's like that for, I think the thing that has changed that people don't understand is, this isn't 1981 or 85 or 88 or even early 90s, maybe even up to 2000, to be honest with you. I mean, they're like college basketball is so much different now than it was probably even 10, 12 years ago. There's so many more teams that have really good players, really good coaches, that the parity is unbelievable. Obviously, this year, as much as any in college basketball, you see it. And so there are more and more, and there might be 125 teams vying for 68 spots. When in the past, and some of that's television, everybody's games are on television, it helps, some of these teams, there's a lot of schools that don't have football and they put everything into basketball. There's so many more good teams now and so much more parity in college basketball that it's really hard to make the tournament. And, so I think there's a bunch of teams like us that are in this position where for the last 2 to 3 weeks you're, on the bubble, off the bubble, near the bubble, all this stuff, and you're just playing your tail off to try to find a way to get in that tournament.
Also, with all that being said, how hard is it to keep the guys just focused on the moment and not getting...
Yeah, it is a little bit. I mean, there's no question. The emotion of it all. I mean, it's hard when you think about something you really want. You can try too hard, and that's not good in sports sometimes. And you really try so hard to do the right thing, to win, to make these shots, that if you're not careful, sometimes it backfires. And so there's an unbelievably fine line between having your guys ready to compete. We were ready to play tonight. People think, well, you're not ready. No, we were ready. We're up 10-2. We're playing good. Guys were prepared. I mean, we're excited, ready to do our thing, and then make a couple mistakes, and bam, Boston College guys make 2 open threes, and now they got a little confidence, and then you're in a game. But being loose enough to make shots, being tough enough to guard, that's not an easy combination to be able to do both. To be tough enough and disciplined enough to play really hard defensively and guard and fight, and then loose enough and confident enough and calm enough and poised enough to execute your offense and play really well. And so sometimes you get one or the other a little more one night, and you try to ride that to a win.
Can it be difficult as a coach, I can't push so hard because I want it so much?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're certainly fighting all that. I mean, we all are trying everything we can. I mean, we're spending crazy amounts of time watching films. How much information can you give your guys to be prepared, but not so much that they can't think and play. And, we have to really work at it. We have good players, but we don't have guys that are so good that we just show up and not be prepared and expect to win games. We have to be highly prepared, and and we take great pride in doing that. And that's one of the reasons why, by and large, we've had pretty good records in the ACC since in the 6 years I've been here. Our guys really compete and fight, and hopefully win some games like this that give you a chance at the end to hopefully have a special season.
Coach, about Cat Barber, I'm presuming that Avery's going to depend on him for the most part. You almost acquiesce to not getting as much from him offensively if you get to limit Barber's corner.
Yeah, I mean, you understand that the guy's expending tremendous amounts of energy defensively to fight great players. And so then when you get a night like tonight where the guy's able to score 17 points, I mean, it's a phenomenal effort. It's a phenomenal effort to guard a guy that hard defensively for 35 minutes, and then offensively be good enough to execute, make some big shots, and make plays. That was a high-level performance by Avery. Probably his best one as a Clemson Tiger.